A very good afternoon and welcome to the Alpina Alpendorf Hotel here once again in St. Johann in Austria. It's quarter-finals time here in the Carrinho Women's Open and a match-up between Las Vegas Open champion Wei Chen. She's up against three-time world champion LIU. It's 10-ball, it's best of 3 sets. Each set is a race to 4. I'm sure you know the format by now. Winner breaks within the sets. There's no golden break, no early 10s. It's called pocket. 3-foul rule, of course, is in use. There's a 30-second shot clock, 1 extension each per rack, and 60 seconds after the break. I'm Mark White, and joining me in the booth for this one, well, he's a guy from the flattest country in the world, so he might not be any good at downhill skiing, but he has a mountain of knowledge on pool inside that head of his. It's Tim de Leiter.
Thank you, Mark. You kind of make me speechless there, but what an introduction.
I always like to try and surprise you every now and then, Tim. So how's this one going for you, mate?
Well, I think it's tough to pick a winner. I think Wei has been winning some more events than Sasha has if you look at the last couple of years. So that could be the slightest edge you could give Wei. But looking forward to see what kind of battle will come out.
Yeah, she's won a couple of WPBA events as well. I think she won back-to-back Soaring Eagles, which is a big tournament. Everyone's there. She won that back-to-back. Good, powerful player as well. Good, strong break. Ball down, Tim.
Yeah, pretty rough start from the beginning. Does make balls on the break, but nothing available on the one. And I feel, again, to most of the positions you push to, you're going to give something. Either a safety behind the 9 or maybe even a combination on the 9.
It's almost worth pushing to a jump, I think, isn't it? I know Wei's very good with the short cue. Right, just putting it on the rail. Put a lot of thought into that one.
Yeah, looks like she's going aggressive on this 1-9 combination. Cue ball to the rail, difficult shot to play. Could roll up on the 9, just the left side of the 1. If you can do this, why not? Go for it. Nice shot, nice angle on the 1. Will still need a bit of an angle on the 2 to move over for the 3 in the top left. Perfect.
Wow.
Well, I say perfect. Maybe a bit straight.
Certainly come out firing, Tim, hasn't she? I think she may just have a slight angle, so she's okay here to get nearer to the 3. Imperative to get off to a good start. And she's doing that, coming out fighting, queuing well already.
A little bit more angle on this 6. I think if you play this with enough left spin, you can spread the pace out enough going 2 rails. If you run directly towards the 7, you could get very close. No, she's played, actually, she's made it look very easy. She doesn't look too happy with how she's landed on the 7.
Yeah, showed a lot of emotion there. She was almost disgusted with that. Looks all right to me though, Tim. It just wasn't where she exactly wanted it, I know. Always striving for perfection, pool players. So it was that push out, Tim, which you said was very, very awkward, and it's turned out to be just that, as it's going to cost up this opening rack.
Yeah, really did not come easy, this rack mark. But what a run out after the push from WEI.
Yeah, tremendous. Setting her stall out, showing her intentions. All 4 quarterfinals are going on at the same time, of course. Jasmine Ocean is up against Chihiro Kawahara out on table number 8. Over on table number 1, it's Soa up against Pia Filler. And on table number 3, also available on stream, Han Yu is up against Zhang Muan in the all-Chinese affair. Now there's just one Chinese Taipei, which is WEI, of course. We have 3 Chinese, a Korean, a Japanese, an Austrian, and a German. Really, really strong field. I think the only 2 players that I can think of, Tim, that weren't here was Rublin and Cheska.
Yeah, I wonder why, but yeah, point definitely made there. Strong field. I mean, the money also in these events is growing and growing, even bigger and bigger on the men's and the women's side. So, yeah, obviously the best of the best are going to come out.
I actually think Rublin was struggling with some injury, and unfortunately for Cheska, she lost her mother just a couple of weeks ago. So I can understand why she's not here. So we see a beautiful safety there from Shasha. Pretty good in the kicking department. I'm sure she'll call the 9, Tim, won't she? I think she's going off 1 rail here. Oh, she's changed her mind. She's going the other way, 2 rails.
Yeah, does the cue ball run far enough? A window. There might be a little window to make this 2. The only good news I have for WEI is this might be straight. So Shasha will have to draw this back to the left side of the 8 and take the cut on the 3 ball. If it actually goes, I mean, apparently the 8 might be just a smidge in between.
Now this is some jump.
Must be playing the safety behind the 4. This cut is tricky. You also have to hold the cue ball, kind of, to be on the 3 ball. So, nice cue ball frozen to the 4.
I've only just realised, Tim, that Christina Tkach isn't in the quarterfinals, and that's because Soa beat her earlier on today. I didn't realise that. Just looking through those ladies' quarterfinals, so not what Christina was looking for, but she is still very much in the doubles, of course, which will be coming up after this. Down to the quarterfinals in the doubles as well.
Yeah, threaded the needle there between the 8 and the 4. Yeah, you would say the 4 does go by the 9. But still, we'll have to do a little bit with the cue ball too, from 4 to the 5. And that's where just moving the cue ball a bit on the 4, you might actually miss the shot itself. Ooh, might come. Yeah, she's on top of the 5.
Thought she hit that rather hard, Tim, that one. Could have stayed well to the right of the 5 ball, to be honest. Now, as you say, awkward over the 5. What does she do? Just draw it back a little bit, I guess, and leave a tougher 5 ball. Could play it into the rail and off the 9. That was really nice. One thing you will notice with WEI, she's not one of the quickest players on the tour, so she's going to hear a lot of beeps, I think, during her shots. Puts a lot of work into the pre-shot routine.
Yeah, great recovery indeed on the 5. But another shot needed. Top left spin. Make the 8 go short rail, long rail. Maybe not even topspin, maybe more like a stun left. She's got the wrong angle going up table. Oh, she just chose to make the 8 and take this long cut on the 10. Definitely missable.
Wait. That's it. Cue ball has stopped. Don't want to go and throw it away. There's Vincent Rochefort, events manager and head of I've forgotten his title now, you know. Development for Predator Cues. Now, who did you choose, Tim? I can't remember. Who did you go for in the doubles in the end?
Well, I tried to pick a team that was new to the event. And the second I chose that team, they already lost their first match and they actually went 2 and out. So, yeah, we might as well not talk about my choice this time.
Well, I have another choice. In the quarter-final stages.
Let me get the draw out.
Tell you, looked really good yesterday, I thought. Dennis Grabe and Zhao Fang Fu, they really were a good partnership yesterday. Fillers, of course, dangerous as always, but to catch and catchy, well, they were my pick right at the beginning, but I'm not so sure. Of course, you could never be sure in pool. So, try break.
Han Yu Wu Kun Lin is a strong pairing.
Yeah, very strong.
I might have to pick them. But we'll see. Will still be interesting. A lot of good teams in there. Just like in the Carrinho Women's Open. There is an edge. I don't like to cut this, but what else will you play? Can she hit it full enough, sending the one straight down?
I think she's got a little bit less of that. To be honest, I can't really see. Maybe half the ball she's got. Oh, she did have it, Tim. You called it right. I told everyone at the beginning in my intro that you're a mountain of knowledge as far as Q Sports are concerned.
Yeah, don't get to me for any other advice than playing pool. Now, tough to get to this one ball.
Judge the spin on this well, isn't she? To miss the 10.
Oh, just barely missed it. Good try. Was wondering why if she could have maybe played over the right long rail, but maybe same thing, a lot of spin involved. So ball in hand, this match still... Well, I feel like both players are settling a bit into this match. Now, is she going to play for a 3-5 combination? In that case, would be nice to get herself nice and close to the 3 ball. With the angle she has now, I don't give her much chance to get in between the 3 and the 5. Oh, that's what she's tried to play. Tough shot coming up and awkward queuing over the 10.
This now has turned into a very, very good opportunity, hasn't it?
Still bumping balls and feel like she's not getting the cue ball exactly where she wants it to be. A bit longer on this 5 now too. What's the pace on this one? A lot better. Still needs to get from the 7 to the 8.
To do now, Tim. Big draw shot coming up. Wanted way more angle on this so she could use the rail, I think, to get up for the 8.
Well, has to put a little trace of spin on this cut to avoid running into the 10. This is now twice that she had to play quite a big cut. Handling it well, but quite straight again on this 9. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't come along too easy at the moment, Mark. The shapes running a bit too far, a bit too short over and over.
Yeah, working extra hard here, Tim, to keep this run out going, but she's managed it. It's been a tough one for this 10 ball for 2-1 for the world number 4. Bring you up to date with some latest scores, guys, all available for you as well on ProBilliardSeries.com, of course. Chihiro Kawahara is 2 racks up against Jasmine Ocean. Hanyu 2-1 up against Zhang Muan. And over on table number 1, it's Sir Soa 3-0 on the hill against Germany's Pia Filler. You just see in the background that table going on. That's where Jasmine's playing, over on table 8. But all the other 3 tables are available on Pro Billiard TV. Don't forget, we still have one more round to go tonight, and it's going to be the mixed doubles quarterfinals. In the drink, ball in hand, Tim. The worst possible result from the break for you.
Yeah, there is nothing worse indeed. Well, also, look at this run out. Little bit of draw, like a ball back. Has angle on the 2 to cross out. The 3 and the 4 are not bad. It's just about getting from the 4 to the 5. The 5 does go in the top left. The other option could be give yourself a little angle on the 4 and go over the left long rail into the 5.
Wow. Aggressive right from the start there, opened up that problem. Good vision there from LIU. Strong shot there from Shashar again, finishing beautifully on this 3 ball.
Well, looks like the 6 does go to the top left. So she doesn't have to go off this 5 to the top side. Well, she's still going to, but she really doesn't have to. Could drop this 1 rail straight to the 6.
Already very high standard being shown by both of these ladies. Both taking their chances when they come.
Oh, just barely around the 9. I'm surprised she didn't keep it easier. Like play the 6 top left, use the 7 in the top left to go forward. She moved the cue ball quite a bit to get this angle on the 7. It's still working though. Can now go low right straight over to the short rail. Just doesn't want to be frozen. No, again perfect.
Great player to watch. Really does smooth them in. How do you play this, Tim? Do you play just a slight stun follow? How do you just play this? Or just put a bit more power in it and bounce off the rail? Or can you just hold it?
I will hold it. I'm just going to stun. Not even stun run. You know, make the ball. Even if the cue ball goes 1 or 2 sits to the right. Anything on the 10 works. So find a stroke where you're not going to miss the 9. And I feel like if you put a lot of pace into it, you might rattle it once in a while. But she kept it fluent. So 2 each. Great match so far. Playing well. What a run out with the 5 and the 6 locked up, Mark.
Yeah, I loved what she did there. It was kind of like what you do in 8-ball, wasn't it? You see the problems early and get rid of them as early as possible. And she really took it by the scruff of the neck there and decided to open it up straight away. Referee Dave Pearson getting the balls ready. Just a little reminder for you guys that love your pool. It's just a day's rest after this event comes to a close on Tuesday. We've got all 3 finals on Tuesday. And then we've got a day off, and then we begin the Austrian Euro Tour, the Predator Euro Tour. And the field is going to be very, very stacked for that. And the discipline is 9-ball. So if you like a bit of 9-ball, Pro Billiard TV from the 25th. Here we go. Shasha. 2-2. Oh, look at this, Tim. Nice angle on the 2 to get to the 3. Good opportunity.
Yeah, go 1 rail in between the 3 and the 5. Four over the corner. Would say traveling from the 4 to the 5 is most likely the most difficult position to play. This might be the most difficult pot to play on the 2. Oh, she did a lot more with the cue ball. This is spacey. Yeah, crossing the positional area there. But she still has it to the bottom left, so she didn't look too worried. At least she's not on top of the 7.
In a world of her own out there in that zone. Almost put yourself in a cocoon. You see nothing and hear nothing apart from just the table and the click of the balls. Oh, mind the 10 ball.
Ooh. Yeah, and also, even if she makes the jump, there will be big distance on the 6. So trouble ahead.
Well, she needs it again.
Like Drake has once said in a song of his, another one. and then the cue ball will be stunned to the left. So the shot on the 7 might be a bank too. What is she going to give up? At least,
that's not
at
bad.
least it's a long shot.
Get the feeling, Tim, that could have been worse.
Yeah, it's definitely a shot you have to take on. You don't have to do much with the cue ball. I like personally to play a little bit of right spin to straighten the cue ball off the right long rail. Pocket speed. Make the pocket play a bit bigger. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. And this is such a huge rack to get on the hill first. So Sasha will be disappointed not to get there first.
Every player has their own way of going about things. You mentioned a song by Drake. There's another great song by Frank Sinatra, and it goes something like, I did it my way. And Wei is on the hill 3-2. Little bit. How are you doing, Gethin, anyway?
Yeah, well, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm surprised too, Eric. Thanks for asking.
All of a sudden I've grown 2 feet and become Canadian. It's been a long day for the production crew as well, of course. The cameramen and the producers doing all the pressing of the buttons. And look at that. Look at those break stats. 100% success for Shasha. Wei would love to get a break now and break and run this set. For Rayla. Oh, how close was that?
Well, this could get interesting, because the only way we're going to solve the 8 is by playing a combination into it. And, well, that means if she goes for the run out, let's say she plays a 1-5 combination, which she did take a difficult combination on earlier. No, she's taking a different shot. Imagine if she had taken the combination on. She would not be able to play any kind of combination onto the 10-8.
One option would be the 7, of course. No rail.
Yeah, so now, if we look at this run out, what ball would you choose to play into the 10 and the 8? Would you go for a 3, 10, 8?
Well, you could, but you could also go for the 7. Come short side on it from the 6. I don't know. We could do it off the 6 as well, Tim.
Well, the other option she has, I like the 6 actually. That's not bad. But the other option I was going to propose was maybe an angle on the 3, run into the 10 and the 8 and take whatever you get on the 4. But you might get very long distance on it depending on the bump on the 10.
Yeah, it's quite nice as well. I think that's what she's going to do here, Tim. I think she is going to draw over into it. Would love to flick off the rail first and flick the 10 onto the 8 like that. Ah, it's okay. It's worked out all right.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan with how limited she is now in her options on the cue ball. And if she drops the 4 ball in, the cue ball might track towards the 5. So I did really like to play the 6 onto the 10-8. Let's see if she can still close it out from this point. Yeah. Knew that she had to try and move the cue ball over to the other side of the 5, and she's missed that 4 ball. I just think opening up the 10 and the 8 with the 3 was too difficult.
Oh, this is attacking. What a shot this is, Tim. If she avoids the scratch. If she avoids the scratch. Oh.
Well, this set had it all so far. This is for 3 each. Cue ball frozen on the rail on the 6 ball to the middle. Of course, she's guaranteed to have something on the 7. But how often do we see just this single 6 ball going wrong?
Wow, what a shot. Very, very impressive opening set from both ladies.
Yeah, beautiful.
3. Yeah, 3-3 it is, Tim. Very hard to separate these two. Good to see both players playing at the top of their form. That's what we want to see. Now Jasmine Ocean is going to have to come from behind if she's going to keep Austrian interests alive. She's already a set down to Chihiro Kawahara. Han Yu 3-2 up on the hill against Zhang Muan, and already a set up as well. Soa, which is a set up on Pia Filler, but Pia has taken the opening rack in their second set. Reminder of what's coming up, guys, a little bit later on. Han Yu and Wu Kun Lin against Amber Chen and Daniel Maciel, Chihiro Kawahara, and Nukioi up against Takach and Kachi. The Fillers up against Wang and Al-Kaidi, and it's Xiao Fang Fu and Dennis Grabe up against Wojtek Shevchik and Yuki Hiraguchi. All those matches coming up for you a little bit later on. One was on its way but got kicked away from the side pocket. One is cuttable, but what do you do with the 2, Tim? Does it go to the top or top left as we look now? Past the 3?
I don't think so. She might even be playing safe. Draw the cue ball into the 10, behind the 2 and the 8. You could be making a 3 ball by accident though, so you have to be very precise. Ideally would have been nice if she could catch the 8 real thin to push the 2 ball out a bit more. But she's just playing for the ball in hand.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Just elevates that safety just to the next level, doesn't it, where you're opening up the 2 as well. So good point.
Well, decent hit and still trouble on the 2. Might go to the bottom right as we look. But she barely put topspin on the cue ball. More of a stun with a lot of right. So that will be another safety on this 2. What will she play? Not too many options.
I'm with you. Can't get to the extreme edge of the 2 ball. Can she push it past the 8? Is there any room? Maybe get cover behind the 10 with the cue ball.
She's just going soft to push it 2 at the bottom short rail. So scary though. Might not get to the rail, so... I don't know about this, Mark.
Yeah, I think it was a really difficult shot to play, and she's just misjudged it. She was trying something a little bit more intricate, I think, and just pushing it to the bottom rail. I don't know what she was trying, to be honest, but it didn't work, and this is a really good chance now for Shasha to take the opening set. Cue ball naturally going to the 3. Looking ominous now for WEI.
Well, this is a bit longer though on the 5.
Didn't really get into that one, did she? Didn't grab the cue ball. It's kind of a drag.
Difficulty on that 5 ball mark was if you stun it a bit more, the cue ball would have went into the 10. So to go right in between the 10 and the 6 was a bit more finesse in the shot. Well, now things are getting worse and worse. Bigger cut on the 7. I'm not even sure if she can hold for the 8. It looks like she might be even playing to go into the 8. No, she caught the 7 full, or at least fuller than she wanted to, changing the outgoing line of the cue ball. And honestly, when she got so nice on the 4, I was really not expecting her to not get the out. But things just slightly got worse and worse per shot. Is she going for the bank? I don't think so. Might be just playing the safe. Well, now is the pace on the 8. This might be just enough of a cut to take on.
Yeah, the face said it all, didn't it? She knew that she'd overhit it slightly. This is cuttable. Gotta hurry up though, 10 seconds. Well, is the bank on Tim?
Yeah, there is a bank. I just don't feel like she can get the cue ball closer to the 9. So if she goes for it, she'll leave the cue ball where the 8 is and have to take on a tough 9. That's why she's tried to get the 10 in between. Very dangerous shots. She's left a sitting duck for the safety.
Yeah, extremely difficult. The shot that she tried to play, there was no room for error. And she just wasn't accurate enough. She's going to find herself in big trouble here. And this could cost her the set. Needs something special here. She will call the corner, I'm sure. Unbelievable. I would have been inclined, Tim, to have taken on that bank shot on the 8 that she had into the side, just because the shot that she attempted I thought was way more difficult than going for the bank, and she could have drawn the cue ball out just a little bit to leave herself at least a shot at the 9. But it's going to cost her the set. And it's been a real battle as well, Tim, hasn't it, to win this set. There's been some really tough layouts. There's been some good safety. Kicking, jumping, it's had everything, as you said, this set. But it is Wei Chen which ends up winning it. The glove coming off for LIU. They're going to nip out. Tim Delaita and myself are going to nip out as well. We'll be back with the second set as soon as the ladies are back. We're going to leave you with some stats to peruse over. See you in a minute. Very warm welcome back to the Hotel Alpina, Alpendorf here in St. Johann, Pongau, Austria. Well, it just shows you how close this match is. Player over performance from both players. 800 and 804. Very, very close indeed. Welcome back. I'm Mark White, and I'm joined in the booth by Tim Delaita. Sum up that first set for us, Tim.
Yeah, really close set. The difference is not too big, but you could have probably made it out from the score. But a thrilling ending with both players having multiple chances to close it out, to take control. Now, the second set, I mean, it's still difficult to pick a winner. Is WEI going to win the second set and close it out, or is Shashalu going to bring this into a decider? I think we might be in for a close one. Good match.
Yeah, the standard has been very, very high. It's been fun to watch, a pleasure to commentate on. Hope you're enjoying it, guys, on Pro Billiard TV.
Yeah, won't be able to hit the one ball directly, but she does have a kick over the top short rail, and I'm a bit surprised if she had looked where the one ball laid with the 10. I'm not a big fan of the jump cue. Surprised she brought the jump cue.
Yeah, she's had to use up her extension already, which doesn't bode well for the rest of the rack. She's going to have to get a move on from here on in.
Oh, just far enough, but caught the one ball too much to the right, too much spin. Yeah, perfect speed, I would say, behind the 10. Kept it simple. Don't think WEI has a little edge of the one. I might be wrong. She might be looking at just cutting this one ball in. No, she's kicking. This is much better. If she catches the one, if she can send it towards the 8, the 4 or the top short rail, I expect good things with the cue ball.
Jasmine Ocean making a comeback over on table 8. She's won the first 2 racks in the second set, having lost the first set. Zhang Muan has taken the first set against Han Yu. And Pia Phillip making a comeback as well. She leads 2-1 in the second set against Sosoa. But the Korean took the opening set in that one. What a shot. Look at the control there, Tim.
Yeah, and Well, again, the jump cue coming with, but there's 3 balls in between the cue ball and the 1, so that's not gonna be it. There is maybe a 1 railer into the 1, but the 2 rails definitely blocked by the 10 or the 9. So
And the 9, yeah. I was going to say, and the 9, both ways she's blocked, isn't she? This isn't easy, Tim, is it? That's why she's playing to tie up a ball.
Yeah, but she ran out of time and she has not tied it up well enough. That 4 ball still goes to the top right. So solve the 1, 2 and 3. Then it's all about getting from the 8 to the 9. That's where the traveling really is in this rack.
Well, you may remember, Tim, I said right at the beginning of this rack when WEI took her extension on the very first shot, and I said she's going to struggle for the rest of the rack now. She's going to have to get a move on. And the very next shot she has to play, she's run out of time and ended up playing a little bit of a shocker, to be honest. Trying to tie the 8 up. Just panicked, kind of.
Like I mentioned, getting from the 8 to the 9 could be a problem, so she'll have to give herself a little angle on the 7 to get to the left side of the 8 or straight. So go into the left long rail with right spin, moving towards the 8. In that case you would say you have plenty of chance to fall straight.
Big follow shot now, Tim. The high standard continuing. This young lady with the bit between her teeth knows she has to win this second set. And if she carries on playing like that, she's got every chance of doing so. Grabs the break cue, sits down and waits for Dave Pearson to rack the balls for us from the USA. Now Pia Filler is on the hill in the second set against Sosoa, so she's fighting back as well. Has she changed sides, Tim? I think she has, hasn't she? Or am I mistaken?
Yeah, not sure if it makes a very big difference, because you're not going to know what side of the rack is maybe laying a bit better, yes or no. They don't allow the players to check the rack, which is normal. It takes a lot of time if people every rack are going to check every gap. And obviously there's gonna be a lot more discussions when it happens, but in that way it feels like you just gotta pick your side where you feel like you're hitting them the best and stick to it.
Once again, bumping balls. Could run into the 3 if it doesn't pass the 9. Could also just hold it and play a safety from the 3.
Yeah, roll the cue ball, freeze it on the 9.
Didn't go for it in the end. She could have just held in behind the 10 as well. She had options there, but played a good one. WEI waving the referee over. Come and have a look at this, please, Mr. Pearson. Four rails, Tim. 3 rails. Past the 10. Side rail, bottom rail. Maybe the side rail as well. Got to make sure she hits the rail afterwards, though. Wow, it's a great hit.
Oh, full ball into the 2. Does have a decent return though. WEI could bring the cue ball back to the left side of the 5-6. Thin and a lot of right, maybe a little bit elevation to get a curve on.
Oh no.
Oh.
So no call, obviously, on the 4. So it's player's option. And of course she puts WEI straight back in again. Gotta hurry. I was gonna say this might be jumpable. The good news is it's laying very close to the 5, so the jump is awkward. She's still checking the option.
It's not the worst thing, actually.
Was a really good effort, wasn't it? Almost made it.
Yeah, just the shape afterwards as well was always going to be tough. And now if Shasha can get straight on the 3. Oh, this is short. Would have liked to be further, like a diamond at least.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, she still making it happen. Actually expected her to maybe eventually run out of the positional play, but no. She is on with the bridge though, still not everybody's favorite.
The devil's implement, as it's sometimes called. Oh no. Well, can you believe that miss?
Wow.
After all the shots she's played, Tim, to keep the run out going, and ends up missing a sitter, really. She'd done all the hard work, and she's left the scraps for WEI to get back into this second set. Should have been 2-0. It's going to be 1-1 more than likely. Won her first big title, WEI, in Puerto Rico. Beat Cheska Centeno in the final from memory. And everyone was pretty shocked that that was her first ever real big win. But she's pushed on since then, won the Las Vegas Open. She's won some WPBA events as well. Very strong fields in those. And now levels things up here in set number 2. Now, mentioning all those other places, we're off to Rome. There's a new tournament in Italy starting on the 31st of July, so not long to wait. And we have a wheelchair open, a new event. We have the Fuji Women's Doubles Masters Showdown, which is another new event. And of course we have the Women's World 10 Ball Championship. That's all in Rome in Italy from the 31st of July to the 6th of August. And then we're off to Ho Chi Minh for the Poison Saigon Women's 9 Ball Open. Date to be confirmed. And also the box billiards mixed doubles. And the men's World 10 Ball Championships, dates to be confirmed on that. But 28th of September till the 5th of October, it's all eyes on Bali in Indonesia for the men's open. The men's doubles World Championships now. Do you remember that last year, Tim? That was absolutely fantastic match, wasn't it? A tournament. And we also have the women's World 9 Ball Championships. All these dates to be confirmed. It will be going ahead, and then it's off to San Antonio in Texas, 23rd of November, and then we end the year in Jacksonville, the home of Predator, from the 15th to the 20th of December. So plenty of pool coming your way, guys. Back to this. Very finely poised, isn't it? 1-1.
Yeah, looking forward to some busy months with the PBS indeed. Beautiful events. Looking forward to the doubles always. Just a different dynamic.
Yeah, we've got the women's doubles as well as the men's doubles, Tim. So that's going to be very, very interesting, isn't it? I mean, wonder what pairings we're going to get in the women's. That's going to be very interesting.
Now she did manage to find a way to make the one. This is a long 2-ball. If she has enough, it looks like she had a thin cut.
Well, the amount of left-hand spin she played on that. Piafilla did indeed win the second set. So she's 1-1 now with Solsar. That's over on table 1, guys, if you want to have a look at that. Table 3, Han Yu against Zhang Muan. And Han Yu fighting back 3-0 up in the second set after losing the first set. What does WEI have here?
Well, she's going to try bring the 2 above the 4-9. Yeah, there is a real first on this 2, which brings him cue ball a little bit over towards the 8. In the 3-6 combination, well, you would say it's unmissable, so make this 2, give yourself a chance on the 3, and automatically a chance to win the rack.
Yeah, I like that call, Tim. A little bit close to her work here. She'd love to get back to the centre of the table for the 4. really get the power in it, Tim, could she? Because she was so close to the 3 ball.
Yeah, missed the 4. Also, the pace she's played it, she absolutely thumbed it. So, first set, not so many mistakes from both sides. Now in the second set, I feel like the nerves are kicking in for both. One realizing, hey, I'm getting 1 step closer to the win. The other player realizing, 1 step closer to be in the plane.
You're absolutely spot on there with that comment. It's just showing in the player's arms, to be honest. There was no need to hit that 4 ball as hard as Shah did. I'm a little bit surprised she did, to be honest. With the 5 ball over the side pocket, didn't really have to do too much. Her nickname is the Wave, and the reason she's called the Wave is because when you watch her stance on a normal shot, not this one but on a normal shot, she kind of stands sideways on how you would on a surfboard, so she got the nickname the Wave.
Original, I mean.
Yeah, there's a meaning behind the nickname, which is kind of what I like.
Yeah, nicknames definitely should appear with a reason, with a story, with like something that fits the personality or the playing style or technique in this case could work. But for a while I feel like a lot of players, they kind of chose their nickname, or they just had people give them random options.
Yeah, Jasmine told me that's why she doesn't have one, because she's never really thought of one that, you know, suits her style, suits her personality, says, you know, more about her. And she did actually run a competition once on the WPBA tour to give her a nickname, and there was 140 suggestions, I think it was, and there wasn't one that she felt was applicable to her, so she still doesn't have a nickname, which is fair enough. I kind of like that as well, but she's in big trouble now. She won the first 2 racks in the second set, but she's lost the next 3, so Chihiro Kawahara is on the hill, the double hill. She could be knocking out Austria's last interest in the event here this week. For Rayla. Well, it's a chance, Tim.
Yeah, but is it an easy chance? Does the 2 go by the 7? That's the biggest problem. And the second is, can you play the 1 ball soft enough to where you can hold it, as in the 3 ball could be coming in between.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Yeah, the 3 goes by the 7. Did she? Oh, she must be playing the 2. Could softly play the 2 by the 7 and get to the bottom side of the 3.
Well, this combo is very difficult.
Oh, she's missed
Made a
2.
miss.
She had plenty, I believe, to play the 2 by the 7, so big miss. They could have put her on the double hill too. We might see way back at the table. Don't forget the 6 and the 8. Not easy at all. No easy combination onto the 8 ball.
Oh, Jasmine has just won a rack back. Saw in the background there, her making the final ball. So she's 3-3 now. Still fighting, of course she is. That's what she does, isn't it, Jasmine? Well, this is no gimme Tim, is it? This is very missable.
Yeah, off-angle combination, not everybody's favorite. Yeah, as I said, we might see way back at the table because this is very missable still to run out. And, well, right back at the table has the cut on the 6. I think she's gonna like bringing the cue ball around 4 rails to the left side of the 7. Depending on the pace, we might have just this. And afterwards everything should be fine to connect the dots. How's the pace? Looking good.
Tim.
Yeah, this can put way on the double hill. And it's weird because like both players starting to struggle this set. And I don't feel like we could be getting closer to the end of this match.
There's the surfboard stance, look. That's fine. And she's riding the crest of a wave at the moment. Going to be on the hill, these 2 final balls.
Yeah, this 10 to be one step closer to the finish line.
Yeah, and in it goes. And you may have just caught a glimpse there of Jasmine at the table. In their second set, heel. Jasmine has to win it to stay in the tournament. Hanyu fighting back 3-1 up now in the second set, having lost the first. And Pia Filler, after losing the first set, is 1 set all and 2 racks up in their deciding set. It's tight all over the arena, wherever you look. Another reminder, guys, on this table next will be Hanyu and Wu Kunlin up against Amber Chen and Daniel Maciel. Table 1, Christina Takach and Eklund Kachi up against Kawahara and Oi. The fillers play Wang and Al-Kaidi, and Zhao Fangfu and Dennis Grabe up against Hiraguchi and Wojtek Shevchik. That's all to come later on today. Back to this one. It's getting very, very interesting. Breaking on the hill. Oh, the 8 ball.
Things will have to wait for WEI on the other side. Indeed. An ideal leave. Look at how nicely the balls are spread. It's all about a battle on this 1 ball. You don't want to push to the right side of the table because you know your opponent is most likely going to push the 1 next to the 2 ball and the cue ball to the right side of the 3, 9 and the 8. Kind of too easy to play safe from the right side. Could you maybe push near the left side pocket and give just a little piece of the 1?
Well, I think she's getting this back, don't you? Shasha not moving. She kind of knew it was going to come back to her. Overhit the push.
Oh, great contact. Does she get any luck? I don't think so. There might be a carom on the 5.
Chance to get a really good telling safety in here. Is she cutting this in, Tim? Oh, it looks better from that angle.
Yeah, much better from this angle. If she can catch the bottom side of the 9, cue ball would slide over to the right side of the 2. Just gotta not play too firm. No, she's playing safe. She's gonna draw the cue ball to freeze up on the 2. Oh, Oh, froze up on the 3 ball just enough.
Yeah, getting a nice little jelly roll there at the right time. Again though, superb kick from LIU. That really was something special, Tim, wasn't it?
Yeah, beautiful hit. Great speed. WEI might be able to do the same.
No, not this time. Oh,
Any
maybe.
luck?
Oh, dear, oh dear. Well, it looked like she was going to definitely leave that on. But she's got away with it. Oh, what a turnaround that is as well. If that goes in, it's match over. But look at this, Tim. Extension already gone down to 5 seconds. She needs to hurry. Danger averted for now. Now I just want to say a special word about Jasmine Ocean. She never ever ceases to amaze. The fight in that woman is just unbelievable. Such focus, grit, determination. She grinds to the end. She's won the second set, can you believe? 1 set all. She's still alive. Shasha still alive in this one.
Yeah, and she does have a thin contact on the 1. It's difficult though. Well, I'm saying WEI has a thin contact on the 1, but that means Shasha will get back to the table. She hit it well. She hit it very well. So easy to catch that full or too full. This is pretty close to the 10-2. Not impossible to jump, but not comfortable either. That's why she's taking the kick over the bottom short rail. Big ball to hit. But don't forget, any chance she gives to WEI can be her last one.
I do like to see players, Tim, you know, not just taking the jump shot all the time. Although the jump is on here, she's such a great kicker, this girl. She really is. Keeping the art of kicking alive. I mean, it will never disappear completely, of course, but... Oh, she needs a bit of luck. She's not going to get it. This could be the chance. She may have just played her final shot in the Carrinho Women's Open for 2026. Where's the banana skins, Tim? first one. Oh, it's still on. Natural cue ball running round towards the 3. Yeah, not ideal. May have to take a long 4, Tim.
Yeah, well, can stop the cue ball right there and indeed take the cut for the 6 in the middle. The other option is to draw into the short rail and a little bit out to be a bit straighter, but... Oh no, what did she play there? Why would you play with the left spin? Why would you take any chances at finding a window between the 8-9?
How costly is that positional error going to be? Yeah, she was always wide of that one, I thought. I'm sure she'd love that shot again on the 3 ball. Shasha lives.
Now could have left the 7 for the middle, but chosen to go to the bottom right mark. This is a very open chance, unless something odd happens. Definitely not expecting way back at the table. Just the pace on this needs to be kind of straight on the 8. Yeah, just like that.
Well, she did have a very good chance. Position from 3 to 4 went wrong. Ended up hooking herself. Ended up giving ball in hand, and this is the result. Shasha Liu staying alive at 3-2. This could be a very long match. The first set went really quickly, didn't it? The standard was just so high. Both players POP above the 800. I'm just wondering what they might be now.
Well, still a long way to go for Lou. Will have to get a ball in on the break, get shape. If not, she could lose the rack in one inning. If she has a dry break, she needs cover on the one. So sometimes the break can be scary. There's nothing you can actually expect.
Ball down, Tim.
One ball down.
Straight in.
And shape on the 2. Wow, what
Just
a chance.
caught a
Still
glimpse.
not easy.
What's the problems, Tim? The 6 ball, is that a combo with a 7 maybe? Does it go past the 10?
The 6 does go by the 10. The combination didn't look like it was so attractive, but also this 2 ball has the angle going to the right. And if you would play with low right, the 10 ball could come in between. So the shape on the 3 ball already the early challenge. Oh, where's the cue walk on the stop? Just by the 9. As you can see, the 6 might be just okay by the 10. I mean, in general, you should be able to go for the run out on this, especially after that nice opening shot on the 2.
MC Luke Riches in the front row there, in the blue shirt, white trousers, doing a fine job with all the interviews. You can catch them all on the Pro Billiard Series Facebook page. I watch them every day, all of them, just to see if I can pick up any little pieces of info. Good work, Luke. Keep it up, mate. Yeah, she is going to play the combo. Well, maybe not, Tim. She's looking at the 6 past the 10. But that combo looks pretty wide as well. But if you haven't got to play it, I guess, why would you? We had a first set hill. Looks like we're going to get another one. Oh dear, oh dear.
Wow, well, she did maybe not have the complete full corner, but never expected the 10 to come that much into play.
I don't think it was the prettiest of strokes either, to be honest. It looked a bit quick and snatchy to me. Of course, they always look worse when you miss the ball, especially when you hit another ball on the way. So what a chance this is to get over the winning line. Bit of travelling to do, Tim. Wants it to run. Well, a little bit more would have been nice, Tim.
Will she be able to avoid the 10? I think she can go still in between the 9 and the 10 and play the 9 in the same middle, or run back to the center of the table. But was never going to be straight in on this 9, so still not out of the woods. Can imagine the pressure too.
Yeah, the photographer moving in for the money shot. And it's going to be this straight in 10 off the rail. Just got to focus on it, keep the head still. They're missable. But not this time. Wei Chu-chen has defeated Xia Liu. Well, it didn't completely live up to expectations, especially after such an amazing first set. But to be honest, I think Wei